Hello, dear friends. Most opinions are optimistic about the reset despite the prevailing pessimism. Opinion piece. Year of revelations. Positive reviews. Abandon fear. Something is about to happen. It has only just begun. When the river flows, there is water in it. Let's start. There is a flurry of news, reviews, reports, advisories and communications that the QFS global financial reset process is on track, coming from many different and unconnected sources. So this saying, when the river flows, the water flows, applies. This proverb means that if there is a rumor in circulation, it is because it has a true background. No one dares to give a concrete date, but everyone agrees that this process cannot be delayed much longer, because it is already long overdue due to various circumstances. The QFS would already be in full operation all over the planet according to a message from Saint-Germain through Nagari. The death of the old fiduciary system has already been decreed. It will be an electronic system, but one that is fully trusted by the public, because only the citizens matter. The electronic system is likely to coexist with the new gold-backed cash, not to be confused with asset-backed central banking digital currency. You will have access to your account in whatever country you are in. You will learn that it is simple, fast and easy to transact through the new system. Plus, all currencies are backed by gold or assets, so you are sure to see an end to printing money out of thin air, to lend to its rightful owners for stratospheric profits. Get ready for big thrills. When you look up your debts acquired under the previous system and confirm that they have disappeared, don't think that the bank made a mistake. Know that those debts have been written off and that the banks will no longer be able to take advantage of their customers as they did before. Nobody knows when this will happen. In addition, the GISARA law will come into force, which will be officially announced. And finally, a long-awaited currency revaluation will materialize, and all humanitarians will be able to go ahead with their projects and help humankind. There are still some new developments that cannot be revealed right now. Don't worry, because you will no longer find it difficult to make ends meet. You can rejoice and give up fear. This action puts an end once and for all to the plans of those headless individuals who wanted to extinguish the humankind. The time has come. Now you can breathe and a sigh of relief. Soon we will be celebrating the liberation of the planet. You are now ready for the next stage of your evolution as free beings, endowed with the same gifts and creative powers as the Father. Ascension is just around the corner. Do not miss that train. It will take you much farther than you ever dared to dream. Just use your free will well. Reset news. This would be the year of great revelations, and this year has only just begun. If we can survive the next few years, we will be looking forward to some great things to come, like a better world. It is up to each of us how we play the game of life. The GISARA program was to be announced by Charlie Watt in South Africa. All Basel IV compliant banks are expected to make public the new international gold and asset-backed currency rates. Economic indicators at the Davos Forum are flashing red. Something is about to happen according to the X22 report. people are realizing that these coincidences are no longer coincidences. According to David Lifshutz, monetary expert Sergei Glaziev is working on a gold-based currency, and such a gold base will follow Gresham's law that good money drives out bad money, which is the fiat base of the international monetary system, because people may refuse to accept less valuable money as a means of payment in transactions. Voltaire hypothesized that the value of paper money will always eventually return to its intrinsic value, it is to say, zero. Karl Marx wrote that the fiat money was essentially a modern form of transubstantiation, and that the jealous god of money ruled the world, even though in its substance it was worthless or intrinsically worthless. We are still very close, says Marx Zira. Nothing has changed on this front. We are all trying to stay grounded in these last yo-yo days. While the chatter is still good, it's steady at this point. Things are fluid. Maybe a week, maybe two, at the most, as we see how this all plays out. The weekend looks good, but no one knows when. Iraq and Zimbabwe have joined BRICS. Vietnam has applied to join. They have to be asset-backed according to Charlie Ward. I wonder what they want to do before they flip the switch. Maybe they are waiting until things are safe and secure. We will be waiting forever if we have to wait for things to be safe. That's an excuse to keep us hanging. Let the games begin, not the Hunger Games. Why are they talking so much about Iraq when we are waiting for the treasury? Because Iraq is like the canary in the coal mine. It's the easiest place to see, and Iraq is the biggest piece of the reset puzzle. We look at Iraq and global markets and bond investments. Now we are in the middle of a bond investment. We were told that this is what we would see when the restart becomes a forced necessity, and when that happens, we will be closed. According to Max Zira, the bond people are very frustrated and have been waiting for this every day. Nerves are very frayed at the moment, but they know we are painfully close. I hope the pain is worth it when we cross that finish line. We are seeing the currencies of many countries around the world implode. They will have to do something, or billions of people will starve to death. It is an indicator of how much a restart is needed. I wish the white hats would hurry up. The problem is that they see the pain, but they don't feel it. Do you think we will ever cross this finish line? The world will die if we don't. Everyone thinks they are kicking the can, but I beg to differ. No one knows the date. No one knows the hour of the minute. So you can't kick it off if you kick it if you don't know. So you can't kick it if you don't know. Curious. Elvis Presley faked his death according to a documentary. The sun is changing. There is a reason why the color of the sun has changed over the last few decades. The sun emits visible and invisible rays. It warms the body and nourishes the soul. No chemtrail can obscure the inner sun if you listen to the music of the spheres. Physicists at the University of California at Los Angeles create a tiny sun with sound waves and its own gravity. Has anyone noticed that people become less intelligent in rapid decline? The Berkeley, California Great Wall stretches more than 50 miles. The identity of its builders is unknown. The rock wall may have been the product of Mongol or Chinese settlers, who often walled their cities. According to archaeologists excavating at the site, the walls resemble the Great Wall of China. Economy. Major central banks revive rate hikes after the dry January. ECB to raise rates again in May, say policy makers. Europe reduces addiction to Russian energy, but the fight for fuel continues. The European Union needs more diesel, but the Middle East can't supply it all. Scandal over WhatsApp use in Wall Street deals shakes hedge funds. Gold prices fall sharply after good jobs data. Gold is down more than $30 and silver more than half a dollar. The gold market is now buying the Fed chairman's disinflation statement. Surveillance. Governments bite on high-profile dissident journalists. George Soros funds global censorship empire, according to the New York Post. In recent years, a cottage industry of fact-checkers has emerged to suppress and discredit dissenting voices online. We live in a caricature. It's all too absurd. Things that should be happening are not happening. Rumors of war. The US calls the violation of its airspace by Chinese surveillance balloon as unacceptable. The aircraft is maneuverable and has changed course. Blinken cancels his visit to China following the discovery of a Chinese spy balloon over US territory. No F-16s for Turkey until Finland and Sweden join NATO, say senators. Ankara tells US ambassador, "Get your dirty hands off Turkey," in quotes this phrase. Biden offered Putin 20% of Ukraine to end the war. A report says CIA Director William J. Burns traveled to Moscow in mid-January to make the deal, but Zelensky said he didn't want his territory divided and wouldn't accept it, and Putin rejected the offer, saying he would win. This was reported in the Swiss-German newspaper Neue Zürcher Zeitung, citing German officials. After the offer failed, Biden said, "We are going to send tanks," in quotes. DeSantis denied access to Guantanamo Bay, according to Michael Baxter. Florida governor and presumptive 2024 presidential candidate Ron DeSantis was denied access to Guantanamo Bay after a spokesman for his legacy informed Vice Admiral Crandall that DeSantis wanted to witness a military tribunal. Americas. A second Chinese spy balloon is detected flying over Iberoamerica. The government closes Mexico City airport to cargo flights. Bolivia seeks to buy and sell gold to strengthen its international reserves. Fish are being planted to keep Lake Titicaca alive in Bolivia. Argentina pays tribute to scientists and doctors with its new 2,000 peso banknote. Venezuela strives to make the most of the global oil shortage. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.